So you booked your trip to Girona and you're probably thinking about where you should ride. Maybe you've been before and you've done all the classic rides, and maybe you're looking for something a little bit different. In this video, I'm going to share 5 lesser known road rides in Girona that are equally as good as the classics. Hi everyone, I'm Louise and I'm one of the founders of Eat Sleep Cycle, a bike shop and cycling tour operator based in Girona, Spain. If you'd like tips for cycling in Spain and abroad, then please do hit that subscribe button. One of my go-to favourites is the Romagna, Calonja and Santa Pelaya loop. This route is actually quite challenging. It's got 3 decent climbs in there. The first one that you'll do is Romagna, which has a lovely little village at the top and a fountain if you're feeling thirsty. At the base of Santa Pelaya, there's the little village of San Sadurni, where there's packed full of bars and restaurants so you can get a Coke before the next climb. You climb the backside of Santa Pelaya and then you drop down to Casa de la Selva, where you can make your way back to Girona on the lanes. This is a great route for a long day out on the bike if you like to climb. So the climbs are really steady and there's beautiful views all the way around. The descending is really good fun and there's lots of changing views along the way. You've probably all heard of the Olot Loop. Olot is a town at the base of the Pyrenees to the northwest of Girona. There's a beautiful ride there that I would say is one of the classics, but make sure that you pick the little lane through El Torn for a little bit of extra scenery. If you're feeling good and you've got good legs, you can extend the ride from Olot and take on the climb to El Far. This makes a huge epic day out. The climb is about 10k, there's switchbacks, and at the top there are views to die for. So you need to go all the way to the end of the road to the sanctuary, where you'll find a lovely bar with great snacks, great drinks, and it's cycling friendly too. Make sure you save something for the ride home. It is mostly downhill, but it still is a fair old way. It's about 50 kilometers back to Girona. So you descend the way that you climbed and you come back to the town of Esteve d'en Bas. You can choose from there if you want to come back down the Val d'Ilmena, which means an extra climb over Les Planes, or you can take the main road, fast track downhill to Girona. Route number 3, I don't think it's a classic yet, but it's a route that we use every year for our anniversary ride. So it's a gorgeous ride that takes you up to Esponella, which is close to the base of Mare de Deldomont, which some of you will know as a classic ride. So in Esponella, you have to stop at the bakery. Lovely people in there. They wear t-shirts with bikes on them, which means they're really cool. And then from Esponella, you climb up out of the village and you take the beautiful lanes across to Serinyà. Now this is possibly one of my favourite parts of riding in Girona. It's a gorgeous little flat lane and you've got the Pyrenees to your right and you've got Rocacorba to your left, and it's a really special moment. This road takes you back across to Banyoles, where again you can stop if you've got some time to kill and you need another coffee. You could extend it and climb at Rocacorba if you're feeling brave, or you can trundle back along to Girona. If you're looking for a really big day out on the bike and looking for something different, I would recommend starting your day with a train ride to Figueres. There's an amazing ride from Figueres into France. So what you need to do is ride north from Figueres towards the French border, and you take in the beautiful climb to Sant Pere de Rodes. So this is a kind of fairy tale monastery that's perched on the coast looking out to the Mediterranean. It's absolutely stunning. And it's worth stopping, taking some photos, ride up the path to go and see it. It's a cool moment. After Sant Pere de Rodes, you continue descending to Port de la Selva, which is a lovely little white town on the beach, which is kind of like a quiet Cadaqués. So it's really beautiful and worth stopping to. From here, you continue along the coast towards the French border. It's quite hilly, it's quite challenging. Make sure you've got energy in your legs for this moment. We climb out of Portbou and we cross the border, and then you drop down to the lovely little town of Bagnols-sur-Mer. Bagnols-sur-Mer is in France. It's obligatory to get a croissant, but obviously caution with the coffee. From Bagnols-sur-Mer, you cycle inland through these beautiful vineyards, and then you take on the biggest challenge of the day, which is the climb to the Col de Bagnols. The Col de Bagnols is a steep and challenging climb back up to the border with Catalonia. At the top, you'll find beautiful views and a memorial from the war. So the descent takes you down this gorgeous rolling roller coaster type descent, and you get to the village of Espolla, where there is a bar because you will need it by that point. You'll also see lots of vineyards in this area, so it's the Alt Emporda winemaking region. One of my favourite little places is the Rim Vineyard. It's an organic vineyard run by a lovely guy, and it's well worth a visit if you have time. The ride finishes back at Figueres train station, and of course there are lots of handy bars to wait for the next train back to Girona. My last recommendation for a ride that's off the beaten track is to go and explore the beautiful loop of Oix and Beget. To get there, it's a bit of a mission. You have to get all the way to Castellfollit d'en Roca. If you Google it, it's this beautiful village on a cliff, so it's really spectacular, and that's where your route really starts. So from Castellfollit d'en Roca, the road goes up, and you'll feel like you're getting into more and more remote landscapes. So there's no people, there's no villages, it's just you, the forest, the road, the mountain. So after Oix, keep going and you'll get to the village of Beget. So it's medieval, it's perfectly preserved, and it is like something out of a Disney movie. It's a perfect place to grab a coffee because, guess what? The road goes up out of Beget. So from Beget, you keep on climbing because you're actually climbing into the Catalan Pyrenees. At the top of the climb out of Beget, you'll get to the village of Rocabruna. Again, there's not a lot there. There's a lovely little old church, and you'll just feel like you're in rural Catalonia. From there, you get to descend all the way to Camprodon, which in winter is a bit of a ski town. And also, it's where the climb to Valter 2000 starts. So Valter is off the cards unless you're staying overnight, because it's time to try and get back to Girona before the sun sets. So those are my 5 alternative soon-to-be classic rides to enjoy for your next trip to Girona. If you'd like more information and you'd like the GPS files, please do click the link below. If you've enjoyed this video and would like more information about planning trips in Girona or Spain or abroad, then please do hit that subscribe button.